It relates to your previous topic. You keep saying die before you die. And then another thing is say run after Akira, dunya will run after you. So
I tried. Dunya not running after me. Oh.
can you elaborate on that?
Ya Allah. Okay. What it means to run?
Like to focus.
Focus. Focus, put your passion, put your belief, put your whole life. Actually, like worshipping. Very, very important. You put your whole focus there. That is called worship. If you're running after your work, your job, always thinking about your job, always busy, 24 hours just concentrating on your job, there's worship. It's very important to you. It's always in your heart, in your actions, you're always thinking, you're obsessed with it. It's a kind of love. And that's worship. All right? So that's running. So now, you can be busy with your work. Don't let it to be something that you're obsessed with. Make that obsession, that worry, to be about your Lord and your Prophet. Have you ever fallen in love? If not with a human being, then maybe a goldfish. You have, right? What does that feel like? You're always thinking about it. Your heart beats differently. You're always happy. Or even if you're sad, you're kind of happy that you're sad, right? But it makes you feel alive, right? Okay, you know that feeling. Don't have that feeling for the dunya. Okay? Have that feeling for the friends of Allah. Have that feeling for the Prophet. Try to have that feeling for Allah. Pushing it to akhirat stuff. Then that time you are running towards that. Then that time, even if you are working, you're juggling, you're doing things, but your heart is there. You're running to that. So that feeling that, I can't wait to be with my beloved one. I can't wait to spend time. Then you can have that feeling also, which is a big, big blessing that we have our Shaykh and Tariqat, because especially those who are first coming, I still remember, you can't wait for Thursday night, Friday to come, because that's the time you're going to leave everything and you're going to be with your Shaykh. So, you can be busy with the world and everything, but your heart is somewhere else. You understand? That is what is called running. So, now once you start running after Allah, the command is that Allah will command the world to run after you, meaning now that it will be a little bit more easy for you. It might be hard a little bit here and there, test coming, but Allah will open the way for you to be able to run to Him more easily. It doesn't mean if you're running to Allah, you become a billionaire. That means that when you start running to Allah, you become more free. Either you lose your job, and you become more free. Or later they say, okay, now we're going to give you something that other people work so hard, you don't have to work so hard. It just comes just like that. You don't know how, don't question, it's because you're running after Allah. Now when that dunya comes running after you, it's no longer your dunya too. You start giving it, sharing it. You understand? Okay. So the thing that keeps you alive, if you have this tremendous, like, love, for example, for fish, then you must try for it to understand, it's just a fish. I eat it and it's finished. Why I love it so much? Such a nice fish, I eat it, it turns into no good. So why am I liking this so much? Why am I loving this so much? So now you start, that passion, that love starts dying a little bit, because you start to see the reality of that. Fish or work or woman or man or money or position, that you start to see with different eyes, real eyes. This is a burden. This is difficult. And it's not real. People just say they love you, but it's not real. Today they say they do, tomorrow who knows, right? So now your expectations and your worship of the world becomes lower and lower and lower. My mother say, if I work hard, I go to school, I get good grades, I work, I can have anything that I want. Well, I'm here now, it's not working out for me, because I want something else, it's not this. So now everything that you are putting high, like an idol, placing high, because your parents, society, everything saying, yeah, this is very important, then you start saying, I shouldn't put it so high, it's not that important, put it low, a little bit, low, a little bit. So now your attachment to it starts to become less and less. We are not Buddhists to say, no, there is nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's not. It is something. But it cannot be a hook to your heart. Now you start using it for the sake of Allah. Okay? Understand? What's that? Don't even enter into faith yet. Don't enter into faith yet. If you don't understand, that you have to deny yourself, if you don't deny yourself first, don't even dream of having faith. If you are still believing in yourself and you have a faith, that time that faith is going to be according to your ilah. You understand me? So don't just say, I believe faith. No, first you have to disbelieve before you believe. We are here, most of us, 99.9% of us, we were born into Islam. We had faith. Yes or no? If we had faith, we're born to Islam, we're praying 5 times a day, we're praying like this or like that, then why are we here? Why do we want to follow in the footsteps of the saints and be in their shadow? Why? Because whatever that is given to us, that is bequeathed to us, that we inherit, faith, it is mixed with our unbelief, mixed up. And we come here to first say, La ilaha, no to the ilahs that we make for ourselves. Our egos, our thoughts, our desires, all these wrong things. La to that first before we say illallah. As they said to that saint, because that saint is saying, he's only saying La ilaha. He says, why are you saying that? He says, because I didn't finish that to say illallah. Yes? You understand? So, am I here so that I can taste the reality of that world? No. I'm here because I follow my Shaykh and he's given me some work to do. And I'm happy with that. And that time your expectations go lower and lower too. I'm not here to experience Miraj. It's up to them. Whether they want to give, they don't want to give. I have my own work to do. I'm going to be busy with that. Okay? All right. Assalamu alaikum.